Good morning, students. Welcome you all. No matter what the weather is, always bring your own sunshine. With this thought, we will start our session. Today, we revise Chapter 4 of Social Studies, Climate. In this session, we will talk about weather, climate, and the factors that affect the climate of a place. So tell me, students, what does today look like? Is it rainy, sunny, windy or snowy? The answer of this question is called weather. Weather rules our life, where we go, what we do. For example, someday it is very hot, so you think, let's go for swimming. And if it is very cold, you ask, hot chocolate mama. And if it is raining, you are ready with your paper boats. Weather. It is the condition of the atmosphere at a particular place and time. It can change from day to day and from hour to hour. One thing I want to tell you what weather is not. Weather is not climate. Weather constantly changes. You and your friends are going on a vacation. You are going to a desert region and your friend is going to a mountain region. What kind of clothes will you both pack? For sure, you will pack cotton clothes and your friend will pack woolen clothes according to the climate of that place. Climate is the average weather condition of a place over a long period of time. The climate of a place affects the people living there in many ways. There are some factors that affect the climate of a place. They are distance from the equator, winds, height above the sea level, the amount of moisture in the air, distance from the sea. The earth gets its heat from the sun. Different parts of the earth get different amount of heat. As you can see that the equator receives direct rays from the sun. The area on the both sides of the equator between the Tropic of Cancer and the Tropic of Capricorn is called torrid zone. It receives maximum amount of heat. This area is also known as tropical zone as it lies near the equator, so it remains hot throughout the year. Now, look at the area which lies between the Tropic of Cancer and the Arctic Circle in the northern hemisphere and the Tropic of Capricorn and the Antarctic Circle in the southern hemisphere. These are temperate zones. The slanting rays have to heat up a larger area of the Earth's surface than the direct rays that fall on the equator. That is why these regions are neither very hot nor very cold but has mild climate. Now see, the areas between the Arctic Circle and the North Pole in the northern hemisphere and between the Antarctic Circle and the South Pole in the southern hemisphere. These are frigid zones. These areas receive very little amount of heat from the sun as the sun rays have to travel a greater distance from the air which has clouds, water vapor and dust particles present in it, so it loosens its heat. So these areas are very cold and covered with snow throughout the year. That affects the climate is height above the sea level. Have you noticed it is cooler up in the hills than plains? The higher a place is from the sea level, the cooler is its climate. Distance from the sea level. Water heats up and cools more slowly than land, which affect the climate of coastal areas. That is why places near the sea are warmer in winter and cooler in summer than other landforms. So, climate of a place is affected by the distance from the sea level and you find it moderate. Winds. Winds also affect the climate of a place. Winds may be hot, cold, dry, full of moisture. It depends on where they come from. For example, the hot winds from desert make climate of an area very hot during summer. The winds from the sea are full of moisture and bring monsoon. The cool winds from the mountains are reason for the winter season. Humidity. Humidity is the amount of water vapor in the air. As equator receives the direct rays from the sun, so water evaporates from the water bodies. This causes heavy rainfall. So the climate near the equator is having humidity or water vapor in the air. Whereas deserts are dry places where the climate is dry and there is no humidity in the air. Did you know, students? Places within the Arctic Circle where the sun stays in the sky through the night and day are known as land of the midnight sun. And scientists who study and predict the weather are called meteorologists. I think you understand the chapter completely. Thank you so much. Soon you will receive an assignment related to this chapter. Be prepared. Stay home. Stay safe.